Hi, this is Macoy and welcome to another episode of Clutch. A few months ago, we did a video about the 2024 Mazda 3 Sedan Sport, which has the 2-liter naturally aspirated engine, the non-mild hybrid version. And by the way, maraming salamat sa mga good feedback ninyo na inspire kami lalong gumawa ng videos. Passion project ko to eh. Sedan, hatchback. Sedan, hatchback. Sedan, hatchback. Hirap mag-isip, di ba? Well, because it's becoming a rarity nowadays because of the crossover shift. But the Mazda 3 Fastback HEV wants to change your mind. I must say that if you want to arrive classier, you get the sedan version. But if you want to arrive sportier, you get the fastback version. Why? Because for me, in my opinion, it exudes more character. It exudes more soul. Parang hindi siya mas familiar because sedan is a more familiar body type that we see on the roads these days. But for me, hindi nakakasawang tignan. Para siyang whale shark on wheels, but it looks pretty and it looks so good. Now you get 18-inch gray aluminum metallic alloy wheels that's wrapped in Bridgestone Turanzas. Now this tire is not really a sporty tire because it's more for comfort and touring. So if you're going to get this car, I suggest you replace the tire if you want that instant feedback or instant alam mo na, agileness because this is more of a touring eh. So, pwede mong palitan yan ng Pilot Sport or maybe a Falcon Azenis, Goodyear Eagle, di ba? Or even a Potenza from Bridgestone. Or kung mas may budget ka, palitan mo rin ng mags. Starting with the interior, it feels so premium inside and there's a good balance of soft touch and hard touch plastics. Properly balanced, no? Parang si Thanos yung nagsabi nun. The car will spoil you to the point na when you arrive home, you want to spend a little more minute to be inside and let go of the outside world. Why? Because para ka niyayakap ng kotse eh, di ba? And the concept of Jinba Ittai is present, not just here sa harapan, but also sa likuran. Doon ko talaga gustong-gusto yung Jinba Ittai na yan eh. Now, the concept of Jinba Ittai is present, not just on the sedan version, but also in the hatchback. Nagta-translate siya. I must say, again, tulad nga na nabanggit ko before sa sedan, it's really a driver-centric car. Placement of the infotainment screen is geared towards the driver dahil siya lang yung may karapatang magpalit ng music, no? But, aside from that, I also like the presence of the buttons for the AC, for the switch, for the defogger, di ba? You have rotating knobs dito for the AC. Also, parang nakaka-intimidate lang siyang gamitin sa una because most of the car manufacturers that we drove before, they have the touchscreen na of the infotainment screen. Pero, what Mazda wants kasi is you have to focus on the driving. Parang mag-focus ka sa pagdadrive, huwag kang magtitinker dyan, diba? So if you want to change the music or go to the navigation, use this, diba? Gamitin mo itong part na ito. Madali naman siyang gamitin eh. Ako siguro parang nanibago lang ako before, pero masasanay ka din. Sa lahat naman ng bagay, diba? Pag madali, parang hindi talaga pero masasanay ka din. For the sedan version na nireview namin for the non-mild hybrid, they got the sunroof. This is the top of the line. You also get the sunroof. Sobrang big deal for me because at that price point, you get a sunroof, diba? But for me, for the subcompact sedan or even the hatchback, wala nang sunroof. Parang Mazda 3 na lang ata ang meron. Now, it gives me really parang eroplano, no? Parang kang nasa Airbus or Boeing because makikita mo rito if hindi gumagamit ng seatbelt yung sakay mo sa likuran. But the car will remind you that, suot mo yung seatbelt mo. Huwag kang susunga-sunga dyan because safety is important. Also, you get lots of buttons here. You've got the buttons for the camera, for the 360-degree camera. where you can see your sides, your back, also yung sa harapan mo, makikita mo rin dito, no? It's so integrated well. Also, for the eye active sense, if you want to mute the eye active sense, parking sensors, also traction control, and the eye stop. pwede mong i-turn off yan. Tapos, may memory seats din. Also, it's nice because you have a very little and cutesy storage bin here na you can put your RFIDs and your coins. But, this one, nasa slide also. So spacious. There's 2 USB-C ports here, but also you have a 120-watt socket here. Now, my only gripe sa sasakyan na ito is there's presence of piano black plastic here. So, medyo prone lang to scratches. So, if you're going to buy this car, I suggest maglagay ka ng PPF para hindi masyadong masakit sa loob, no? Pagka nagasgasan ng asawa mo. Charot! Cup holders are here. O, diba? Very easy to reach, diba? But also, you got wireless charging here. But also, the car is equipped with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Steering column can be adjusted via tilt and telescopic. Manual natin gagawin yan. Your rear view mirror is auto-dimming. O, diba? Hindi ka naman problema sa mga SUVs at sa mga trucks na nang iilaw sa gabi. But also, if you buy this car stock, parang may tint na rin yung kanyang yung kanyang salamin, especially dito sa likuran, mas darker yung tint. But the tint here sa harap, medyo mas lighter. Very Japan indeed. Kasi sa Japan, ganun ang mga kotse. Light dito, light, doon, dark. Oh, if you're talking about safety, this car is equipped with 7 airbags. But here also, I want to share that this car has a Bose sound system. And sa mga mahihilig sa music, who appreciates music, you are going to love it because ang ganda, quality talaga. Now, coming from my experience, because the FL5 Type R has the Bose sound system, for me, it's more, it has more character dito. Kasi the NVH is so good. Sa Type R kasi medyo, ingay, diba? Well, kasi sports car siya. But this, you'll appreciate it. You are going to love it, especially on long drives. Okay, now, dito sa may likuran, you've got 2 aircon vents. But, you know, this is my driving position. I'm 5'11", and okay, this is the thing. The sedan version, in terms of rear seat space, medyo mas spacious. But here, tinipid sa espasyo. Kasya ba yung anak ko dyan, asawa ko kasya ba dyan, yung biyanan ko kasya ba, komportable ba? Yes, komportable in terms of seats, bolstering, diba? The feel, kumbaga, the premiumness of the materials. But the gripe that you will only say would be the space. Headroom, case-to-case basis. Kasi kung matangkad ang sasakay, talagang magkakaroon ng problema sa headroom. Pero kung saktong height lang, hindi naman siguro. Also, here, you've got 2 cup holders. You can also split this all the way down if you are going to put a lot of luggage. Now, let's show this. Hindi rin pala nababa kasi kailangan pala nating iusog din to. O, sandali lang ha. Okay, take 2. Kasi gusto namin makita ninyo in terms of the space here. Now, this is the thing. Ganun din. If you want to put more luggage, the driver's position has to be adjusted para mag-put siya all the way down. So, we'll show it to you also. Alright, so 60-40 rear seat split configuration. It can happen, yes, but you have to adjust the seats in the front. Okay? Now, the Mazda 3 Sport Fastback HEV is powered by a 2-liter naturally aspirated engine that's called PEVPS or the Sky Active G. But since meron siyang integrated electric motor, since this is nga a mild hybrid version, this is called E-Sky Active G. You also see this engine sa MX-5 Miata, right? And it's been running since 2012, so you'll really know na, okay, they already perfected it, it's already bulletproof, diba? Shucks, nasa Miata tong motor na to. Miata, baka naman. Ah, my God, yes. The Mazda 3 Fastback HEV. Well, of course, since this is a mild hybrid with the help of the integrated electric motor, one thing that I was noticing kanina pa is how punchy it is from the stoplight, diba? Malakas ang hatak niya from the get-go. Malaking tulong yung integrated electric motor, but it doesn't help in terms of propelling the wheels ng yun lang siya, 'di ba? Kailangan ng help with the eyes. That's why it's not included in the EBITDA list kasi may certain category for that, no? The E-Sky Active G is a happy and peppy motor, I must say. Matipid siya and we got decent fuel economy, which you see now here. Now, I've mentioned that they're sponge from the get-go and it's a front-wheel drive car, but it's fun to drive. You get the sentiments na, ay, pag front-wheel, boring because rear-wheel drive is more fun. Pero, hear me out, we don't get the all-wheel drive and the 2.5-liter turbo because that's reserved for other markets like the US. But I think the 2-liter or the 2-liter with the integrated electric motor is just ample for the Philippines. Kasi more on ano tayo more on traffic, city driving. That's enough already. Now, let's go back to what I've said earlier that this car has more character. Well, in my opinion, compared to the sedan because baka isipin ninyo, ay, sa exterior lang yung yung Jinba Ittai na tinatawag. No, because it translates well for the handling. And I think the G-vectoring control of this car helps a lot in terms of the overall ride feel because it's so comfortable and kahit na hindi multi-link yung suspension niya sa likuran. Kasi parang napapaisip ako, at this price point, dapat multi-link na yung suspension niya sa likod. Kasi McPherson strut na sa harap Pero it sits on a firm side in terms of the ride quality and I do not complain about it naman. Some of you might notice at first na yung cabin feel is claustrophobic because overall black yung kanyang interior, no? Even for the roof. Kasi yung sedan may pagka-cream or may pagka-beige. But trust me, sa una nyo lang yan mararamdaman. Pero pag nasanay na kayo, you're going to love the interior of the car. Also, some of you might have an issue with the visibility in terms of the C-pillar section. Baka blind spot discussion for some future owners. But I suggest, if you know how to use your side mirrors, wala tayong magiging problema dyan. Yun lang ang akin. Now, the question here is, in the rise of the crossovers and the SUVs, are you willing to sacrifice rear seat space and ground clearance? Because it's priced at almost 1.8 million. There are a lot of options that you can buy at that price point. But at the end of the day, ano bang priority mo? It depends naman. Ako kasi personally, sedan person ako, hatchback person ako. So, hindi ko nakikita yung kailangan to buy SUV dahil dalawa lang kami sa bahay 'di ba? Ang parents ko naman, sila malalaki ang family so they got MPV or SUV. But for us, we don't see the need. So for you, that's the question. Kung dalawa kayo, tatlo sa bahay, pwede na to. If you want a good car that feels premium, drives premium, reliable, but at the same time, you get 5 years free maintenance. At the end of the day, you are the one spending your money. So if you have money in the bank like 1,790,000 pesos, well, I'll choose this one in deep crystal blue. Parang tulad kay Sam Surla ng Visor. Hi, Sam!